So I think we actually have to look at a few other things that I think are relevant. And one of them that's quite important for Catalans and for Catalonia is the way Spain perceives it. The way the Spanish population works is about 50% of the Spanish speak more than one language. So those are the Catalans, the Basques, the people from Galicia, the people from Valencia, a few less of them, and from the Mallorca, well, it's Mallorquí. So about 50% of Spain, Spanish, including Catalans in that, speak two languages. The problem really is with the people that only speak one language. And they actually, a lot of them do actually seem to have a problem with Catalonia. There are quite often boycotts of Catalan products. There was a situation recently in Madrid with about bullfighting, which Catalonia, the generator opposes. There's examples of we've been in Madrid, and you need to be careful when you speak Catalan, we speak Catalan, the reason I speak Catalan most of the time together. Because they don't like it. And there was an example recently that Matthew Tree, who some of you may know, he gave me about children on a metro in Madrid being told to stop speaking, or something would happen to them. And he gave me another example of a taxi driver from Barcelona who went to see some friends in Zaragoza with his new taxi, and he thought he'd drive down and say hello, look at my new taxi. And they didn't like his new taxi in Zaragoza, so he left very quickly. So those sort of things seem to happen, quite a lot. And there's a lot of other examples as well. And also, there's a view that the Catalans are greedy and selfish, and they want too big a portion of the cake and should be made to feel more Spanish than they do. It's todos los españoles, which is the expression that you hear if you listen to Rajoy talking. He's always talking about todos los españoles. Well, the Catalan people don't feel Spanish. So you can't hold people, you can't make people. I think it was Tony Blair that said, good heavens, fancy quoting Tony. You can't hold nations, what did he say? You can't hold nations against their will, I think he said. And I think he was referring to the old Yugoslavian situation at that time. Okay, that's as far as that's concerned. So let's just have the last thing, because I'm probably running out of time, is let's just talk about the economical situation. So if you're nonplussed about independence in another way, you'll probably welcome some extra pennies in your pocket. So let me give you a few statistics about the Catalan financial deficit. And it is a deficit. That's the difference between the amount of money that we pay Madrid and the amount of money that we get back. So, I've got figures from 2008, and as Charles also said to me a few minutes ago, it is a bit better now. But the last figures I've got is 22 billion is the difference between what we pay into Madrid and what we get back. And that's an awful lot of money. And if you start looking at that, and the inequalities of how the money's spent, you look at, well, the fact that on the local trains in the provinces of Madrid and Barcelona, in Barcelona the provisions for spending are nearly 2 billion, and in Madrid then they're 4.5. That's statistics from between 2006 and 2015. And Catalonia generates 20% of the GNP and only gets 12% back. If you look at things like the construction of motorways between, and I'm not a great fan of building lots of motorways, I'm afraid, between 1985 and 2005, Madrid 600, Barcelona 20. That's motorways built by the state. So it seems clear to me that we'd all be a lot richer, and if I may say so, a lot happier, deciding ourselves how much of this money, how we spend this money, what way we spend it. And I believe it is possible. I believe an independent Catalonia is possible. It would be seeking membership of the European Union, and NATO, which would address both the economic and defence issues. And I think we would want to continue a close link with Spain. I think Spain would want a close link with us. That may take a bit of time. And I'm sure that there will be a boycotts, as there all seem to be. If you look at the statistics of European countries that have become independent in the last 15 years, they've all become wealthier, and none of them have a desire to return to their former state, their former parts. And they obviously want and need to maintain close ties with their former partners, and I see the situation here in exactly the same way. So my conclusion is yes, we all need to look more positively at our future working towards a nation away from Spain, cutting through red tape from Madrid and being more responsible for our own affairs. I think it will make us all happier, and we can say with pride that we live in one of the more prosperous and culturally rich countries in Europe. Visca Catalunya, y visca una Catalunya lliure i independent. Thank you very much.